So what is the connection between COVID-19 and Seinfeld? In a classic episode called The Contest, Elaine, George, Jerry, and Kramer were engaged in an activity that was never talked about by name, but everyone understood that they were self-pleasuring. What does this have to do with COVID-19? Well, back in 2004, a study was carried out with 11 volunteers who engaged in the same practice, and blood was drawn to see what the effect would be. And it turned out that they had higher levels of natural killer cells in their blood after having experienced this solitary pleasure. Well, now that study has been resuscitated by many bloggers who claim that this may be a way to fight COVID-19 because these natural killer cells engulf and destroy any cells that had been invaded by viruses or by toxins or by bacteria. I don't think that Dr. John Harvey Kellogg would have approved of this practice. Kellogg is, of course, famous for introducing the cornflake, but he also ran a sanitarium in Battle Creek, Michigan in the 1800s, where people came to be cured of diseases that they probably never had. And he was fervently against self-pleasuring. He said that this was the greatest evil, this is what made people sick. So it's very interesting how things have changed. In those days, of course, this was not a topic that anyone would have openly talked about. Today, it's quite different. People are doing scientific studies on this. However, I don't think that there's any legitimate connection here, even though the New York state authorities in a tweet have said that these days, because of the need for physical distancing, your best sex partner is probably yourself. Interesting. Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld.